Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make hide glue. That is, glue made from animal hide, specifically rawhide. Now this is a piece of deer rawhide. I tried to tan this deer hide and it was really thick and I just couldn't get it soft enough right here. So these thick pieces are going to be awesome. Those are just de-haired pieces of deer hide and scraped clean of some muscle and fat. Another option, you've seen my videos on squirrel hide, making it into a cord. You could use these little scraps. And so really, it couldn't be easier. All you're gonna do is take the hide and cut it into little fine shavings and then add it to some boiling water. So I'm just gonna get these little pieces cut up and fill it with some water. Now you can also use a rawhide chew toy, like for a dog. Basically any raw hide that hasn't been treated with chemicals or anything like that. So I'll show you what this looks like once I get a pot boiling. So what I'm going to do is bring this to a boil and then have it simmering for hours and hours. It's been a couple of hours of simmering at a very gentle little boil, and you see how it's starting to turn cloudy? So now what I'm going to do is basically strain all those hide pieces off, and get the fluid collected in this little coffee can, and then put the fluid back into this pot. Now that I strained out all those hide pieces, I'm going to turn the heat back up. And I'm again going to let this simmer until it starts to become sticky to the touch. So the glue is almost done. What I did was I put some on my fingers just to show you. You see that kind of stickiness, that sticky stringiness? That's almost perfect. What I'm going to do now is transfer this back into that tin can because I don't want it gumming up my pot. And the last thing that I'm going to do regarding this glue is I've got it in the tin can on a burner, and I'm just slowly simmering that to get it down to a gel-like state. And then whenever we want to use it, we just add a little bit of water, reconstitute it, warm it up, and you're ready to go. Now, just to show you how sticky this stuff is, I'm using a paintbrush, and I'm just getting some of that hot glue. I'm just going to paint it on here just like this. I'll put some on this other piece. And I'll stick them together and I'll let this dry and we'll see how strong it is. You can see that they're already stuck together, but let's give it a few minutes to dry and then come back. This glue is really sticky. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead and haft. I'm going to mount this spearhead into a foreshaft that I just carved out of wood, and I'm only going to use glue and some artificial sinew. So I've got my melted glue, and I'm just going to paint it on just to get started. And then insert it into this groove that I've made. Okay, so obviously glue is not enough, but what I'm going to do is try to get there all in those little joints. And then while it's still sticky, I'm going to go ahead and start hafting it with that artificial sinew. Okay, this is basically a whipping type of setup. You've probably seen it in some of my other videos. So you put it through the loop, you pull this end tight like that, and I'll cut off those tag ends. And give the whole thing one more coat of hot glue. All right, to put closure on this project, take a look at this. This was the arrowhead or the spearhead that I went ahead and hafted on there, and the glue is dried, and this is super tight. Look at really tight, doesn't want to move. And then here's the wood that I glued together. This is just hide glue. That's really, I mean, here, I'll really see if I can break it. I really cannot break that. Maybe if I twist. No, I can't. I really can't. So hide glue, basically just made from rawhide, from any animal hide, with the hair off, and you boil it down. Now, if you dehydrate it, if you let it go all the way to basically like a crystal form or a really hard gummy form, then it's got a longer shelf life. If you keep it in the gooey form, it might mold, but I go through it kind of quickly, so I just, use it as I make it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any requests for other videos, let me know.